Hello there. It seems as though the rambunctious bastards known as the Ottomans have managed to slip through. I guess they've realized that the noose is tightening around them, and so they really need to get support through a port, that is. So they've attacked the weak spot in our line. You can see, though, Wolsey is on the way with his army right there, but he's not just close enough to actually support Gordon with his force. So Gordon, with his Sudanese fellows and some armed citizenry taking shelter here in Beirut, and an Ottoman army is going to attack under Halim Memis. It's almost like, yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, I think without further ado, let's see if Gordon is able to withstand the assault of the Ottoman army to the battlefield. And so here we are on the battlefield. The small town, or the outskirts of the town of Beirut, lies here in between two hills, two very steep hills, one of which is comprised with a lot of, or there's a lot of Ottoman forces on this hill. So the Ottomans got a really strong position here off the start, with their artillery and so forth all the way up on that hill, while I am down here in the town. First things first is that this was as far back as I could deploy. There's no way I'm gonna try to charge up the hill, so we're gonna try to fall back into the city. That's the plan, at least. We've got a number of buildings that we can set up within, which I'm gonna set up the town militia. And yes, that is the plan. We're gonna get Gordon back here as well. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start this. So I'm gonna give the armed citizenry a house each, because they cannot form square, and they are likely to be overrun if cavalry would come and attack them. And I'm gonna pull back the infantry as well into town to protect them from, there we go, the artillery shells which are gonna rain down from the hill. Now I'm hoping the Ottomans are going to attack us. They might not be, because we've seen that happen a few times.
Pick up the bayonet and help Williams.
Where the enemy does not actually go ahead and attack because of the artillery superiority. And you know what? I think this is exactly what's happening right now. So we're gonna stop all the troops retreating. So I guess this is a bit of a fault maybe of the mod, because so far every time the enemy has attacked, or usually when the enemy attacks, they don't actually attack. I'm not entirely sure if these troops might be attacking. It's hard to tell, because I kind of see a line going through here and kind of tilting it. I'm not entirely sure. Because the thing is, if I start setting up in town, and it turns out that, you know what, the enemy is not going to go ahead and attack me, then it's going to take a long time just to get my troops out and then on to these different positions. We're going to set the armed citizenry within the houses. Then we're going to take the Sudanese fellows. The Sudanese fellows going to set up in the field here on the right side of the village. And so the plan is that
And put your tunic on!
and put your tunic on! The plan is to put our tunics on. You know what? It kind of looks like they are attacking. They're gonna send up the cavalry first, which is gonna work perfectly because, well, we got a lot of houses and stuff. Using cavalry in the village is a bit like oh, you know what? I don't think we've given this one a house. Wait, did he just say peasants? Wait. Yeah, he said. I've never heard that before, Napoleon. Peasants! And he says it with such like, peasants! Yes, we are peasants. So far, the enemy artillery has been very poor in inflicting any kind of casualty on us. We're gonna get the Sudanese to run into position quickly here. And we're gonna get Gordon up on the right, where he has an overview not only of the town, but also of his troops. Or maybe I should say, he's got a good overview of his troops and the town.
And put your tunic on.
And put your tunic on. Looks, yeah, it looks kind of like they're pushing forwards. Let's see, are these peasants going to be able to fire out of the house? Let's see. Oh, the enemy are shelling the house though, so we're probably gonna have to retreat from that. But we're gonna hold it for a little bit. But then we're probably gonna pull back to the main house. And then we're gonna hold fire here. We're gonna wait until these Libyans are gonna come close enough. One thing that's really good with this position is that we've got the mountain face right here, which the enemy can't flank us there. And if they're gonna flank us on this side, they're gonna have to go through town, and the town is full of armed citizenry units. This is about to break on the right side of the house. Okay, they are within range. As a good gentleman. These two, company 1 and 2, fired well. So we led the enemy into a perfect position for them to be slaughtered. Hold your fire. A single warrior survived somewhere. Where is he? He's riding away somewhere. Maybe it was the guy that was actually dragged along in the stirrups. Oh shit, that house is now on fire. So the Ottomans are really not taking any prisoners when it comes to the fight here. They're gonna attack and destroy the town just to be able to secure it. Firelock peasantry! Thing is, there is a fence there, and he might actually be in our favor to push up all the way to the fence, because the fence will give us a bit of cover. And then we're gonna go right about there, so we have the cover of the fence and a little bit of the wall there. Now we will come on the fire from the artillery. Okay, this is the firelock citizenry is firing out of the house. I'm gonna give them an order to take better positions. The Baziburuk are coming really close, but there's not that many of them. So I think company 1, 2, and 3 firing down upon the enemy will secure victory. Okay, so the Assers have opened fire. Company 1 and 2 will open fire to start off with. Then we'll see if company... Oh, you know what? That's Assers. So company 3 will open fire as well. The Baziburuk are taking hits. These guys are... they were planning to set out stakes. Oh, they are? The thing is, the only one that's gonna take effect of that is Gordon and his bodyguard, and it's very unlikely that he's going to charge out there. Because at this range, we're not actually able to hit them effectively, but the enemy is actually seemingly... Are they firing at us though? No, they're not. They're firing it at the house. 70% and 15%. Oh, I was just about to tell them to run back to the center. Oh shit! Form square, fire well. Shoot them down. The Delhi horsemen. The enemy is coming real close, and this house is about to fall apart. I want the armed citizenry to pull back. Okay, drop the square. Company 4 will ready to open fire. Just as they come over the wall, there we go. Company 4, open fire. Company 1 and 2, seeing as though there's so many enemies coming there, will open fire. Oh, this house is being contested. My armed citizenry is retreating from the house. The Azars are opening fire. There's quite a lot. Camel gunners, company, what's that? Company 5. Okay, all companies, open fire. The enemy's coming way too close. Right, retreat into the main building of town. Keep it up. The camel gunners coming on the side here. Gordon, telling Gordon to move over there and use his bodyguard to open fire upon the enemy. We lost one house. It was the house on the left of town. Keep up the fire, lads. The enemy is still coming on. Oh, they've already turned this part of the house to rubble. And unfortunately we lost this house. As the enemy decided, oh no! This part of the building has collapsed. But I think it might cover the rest of the house, possibly. Oh shit, they're coming in. They're trying to flank. So company 1 and 2 will move to protect the flank. Company 3 to 5 will hold fire. And Gordon will move to oversee what could possibly turn out to be a melee fight here on the left side. As the Sudanese fellas are about to get flanked by 2 units of Azars. At the end of the battle, we're gonna have to go out there and destroy those cannons, possibly. Keep it up. I think these guys are actually under fire by them, so number 3 and 4 will fan out across there and open fire upon the enemy. Then the 5th company will start marching towards the cannon. Oh, the general's down here, and he is supporting his troops. Oh, and the Janissaries are attacking the main house, which is on fire at this point. It might collapse entirely pretty soon. Keep up the fire. Looks like the enemy troops don't really stand a chance here. We've got Janissary Grenadiers moving up. But as they're moving up, they're getting torn to shreds. Oh, my 2 units are out of fire? They're out of ammo, I mean? Okay, move down the hill, prepare for bayonet attack on the enemy. I think Gordon can open fire. So Gordon's actually able to do quite a substantial amount of damage to the enemy. And then they lost their banner. Oh, the enemy is shattered. Seeing the superior amount of men coming on here, they have retreated. I'm gonna pull my men back. these two, tell them to hold fire. And I think the enemies that were attacking the main house is pulling back. Yes, they are. No, they're not actually. They're just wavering. Gonna tell my men to open fire. They have some cavalry and stuff up there. We're gonna send company 3 and 4 as well to move up there. This house does not have a lot to stand on, and will soon probably fall apart. There's only 65 men left inside. I'll tell them to actually switch house before the house collapses and they won't be able to get out. At the same time, we're advancing upon the enemy over here. Let's see, if you get to about there, I think you should be able to open fire upon the enemy.
Infantry elite.
Camel warriors are coming on. I still believe that my men can get into the position. The camels are quite slow. Let's see.
Be quiet now, will you?
They might be able to come into the flank. No! Form square.
The tunic.
Do it up.
Do up your do up your shot, man. The camel riders
Be quiet now, will you?
are shattered, and the unit can continue on
Upset the lad.
to attack the next unit. And then Gordon. Now there could be spikes, and we've got to be careful where we send him. But since it's a mounted unit, he could rather quickly get... Oh, you know what? Both cannons are down here at this point. Okay, the enemy.
Infantry elite.
Hold fire. And hold right here. Fire at will. And another camel unit falls apart. Form square, as the enemy has now moved into our flank. And the enemy, unaware of what to do, gets destroyed. Drop the square. Continue to march. Oh, the cannons have now given up. And I have won the battle. Very good. Victory! Very nicely done. We lost half of town. Oh, 95% of this was destroyed. One more and they wouldn't get... Oh, 95... Oh, no, the middle is 100%. So the house had about 5% left. And there's actually some soldiers left inside, but they're trapped into a burning inferno. I guess they could go out through here and kind of climb down through here. It's a bit worse for the guys on the top floor, though. There's dead people all over town, and half of town is on fire. Anyways, let's go back then to the campaign map and take a quick look at what's going on. And so here we can see the statistics and the amount of kills Gordon managed to rank up. So we lost a third of our force, which is quite a lot, but the enemy lost most of their force, leaving only about 400 men standing. Highest killer on our side was Sudanese Fellows, got 406 kills. Gordon actually managed to rank up 47 kills against the enemy. He lost 2 bodyguards though, and he gained 1 chevron. And the Ottoman force is forced to retreat.
The ruling classes have requested
Galilee.
demands to your national leader, as they
Oh,
are
yes.
unhappy with the current government.
Workers
Failure
on
to comply
strike
will
and
lead to an
building
organised
being built
rebellion
somewhere.
against you.
So I
Acquiescence
landed
with
some
Soviet
troops
could lead to further demands. Where exactly
to
will
be
you
able to
find
hold down the province of Galilee. You know, I thought I wouldn't need... oh, even with all of this, I can't actually hold down the province. The idea was that Kitchener would be able to continue. I guess I need to unload all the troops. Do I have any more troops? Yes, I do believe I have. So we're gonna unload the other force. I'm not entirely sure where I would what my plan was to put them, but clearly they're needed. So let's see. Can I move? I don't want you, stupid lady. Right. So what do we have left? So we are holding this. And we got Sudanese fellas here. So we've got Woolsey. He could move and cut the retreat of this unit by going right in the middle of the road there. That would cover, so this guy can neither go through here, and he can't go through here. So he's forced, if he's gonna get back, this is the more likely route than, say, this. The problem is, of course, that Woolsey is now placed in between two rather sizable forces of Ottoman troops. But I'm pretty sure he can handle it. Gordon didn't really lose that many men. And the town is very happy because they're actually opposed to the Ottomans being there. And then it's just about getting Gordon. And Gordon probably is going to march through here towards Damascus then. But I need to shift some soldiers over to this to hold this. But I think we can actually start marching already. I don't think this army... well, it kind of has reach, but at the same time we have a big fort here, so that will not really be a problem. You know what? I can switch over half the men. And that will actually be enough to hold the town down. The thing we have left is we have this, and then we have the desert and stuff. But they don't really have troops there. So it's going to be down to what happens on the next turn. What happens? Where is this army going to go? Armenian archers? The fuck? And then attacking Damascus. I'm gonna get the navy though, because we have an Ottoman navy right here. I'm gonna attack them. And given this, just gonna go out again, out resolve it. Gonna capture the ship, and then go straight into port to repair the fleet. And now there's no Ottoman fleet, and we control the entire coastline. Yeah, oh, there's a Mahdist boat right here. It's actually very strong compared to most other ships. It had like, I think, almost 100 cannons, which was strange that the Mahdist... but I guess they captured that from the Ottomans. But now we've got the entire coast line, so they cannot resupply Damascus. So that's on its own. They've got these desert points, which the Bedouins have, but I mean, there's nothing really there. I guess they could do something here, but no. Seems unlikely. And the thing is, the income, because I need so many people to hold down all the captured regions, my income does roughly stay around 1,000, because I can't really afford anymore. These areas, this area, why is this area so happy? Why are they so happy all of a sudden? Oh, they have a lot of extra troops here, which are really not needed. I only about need 2 there. So that probably saved me a bit of money. But not that I really need any more troops at this point. And then Cyprus was pretty happy, but Cyprus, I would imagine, be happy because there's not, oh, patriotic fever because of all our victories. Very nicely done. Apparently these guys really love it when we give it to the Ottomans. But yeah, here we go. This will be this episode. So next one, we'll see whether or not where these armies are going, and then I think Kitchener is, yes, he's within reach. So next time will probably be the last one. And then some people asked me if maybe I could do some extra when playing as the Mahdists or something like that. So I think maybe I can do that, or do, yeah, something like that. Maybe on the campaign map, or maybe just do a custom battle. But I don't think I'm gonna do a full campaign as the Mahdists. The thing is, I think it's probably rather easy to strike out the British because they only start with 2 locations. It might be. So I don't think that campaign would be. And then the thinking of it as well, playing as basically ISIS. I don't know how fun that would be. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I see you guys for the next one. Bye.